Hello everyone, it's me, welcome to another Star Wars Destiny video. Artificial League, TTS, Season 5, I want to say. TTS League, so to say, that's hosted by Artificial these days. I'm playing my Ayla Jar Jar, Ray. Playing my Ayla Jar Jar Ray deck once more. I'm fairly confident with this sort of thing. I realized today that in order to, like, finish all of my matches, I need to play a game basically every single day right now, except the stream day because I don't want to record and stream on the same day, so not on Friday. But other than that, so expect like a video every day, I guess, from now on. So how have I changed this Jar Jar deck since you last saw it? Well, I took out Running Interference. It's a great card, really nice to concentrate and clash and stuff like that. But Jar Jar was fucking me up too much, so I took that out, and because Running Interference is something that I really liked the concept of, but I just never found a good use for it half the time. I could usually get something like a 4-speed or something, or a quick draw play working that would just be better. So I replaced it with Friends in Low Places. And I also put in a Force Solution, but Friends in Low Places is nice because it allows me to see their hand. And of course, a lot of decks these days will only have one, maybe two pieces of removal in their hand. They're very removal light. So I'm perfectly okay with that. Honestly, I don't even need a hidden motive first turn. I don't need any of this first turn. Um, give me something like a vibro knife or something. Okay, an ancient lightsaber is an alright turn 1 play, as is a raised lightsaber. Honestly, secret mission to raise lightsaber turn 1, perfectly okay with that. This is an interesting vehicle list, running Hera and Rose, and then an Ezra, single die Ezra. This is strange. Gonna have to be relying a bit, I guess, on the rolling those specials outright, but this could be definitely very scary, using Hera as the draw engine, as the resource engine, I guess. But I just got a 3, 4, 5, 6 versus his definitely less than 6. So I'm taking my battlefield so he doesn't get the resource advantage, so he can't go Y-Wing turn 1 instantly on me. Now what do I secret mission and what do I declare with the secret mission? Let me think here. I know there's going to be stuff like easy pickings and stuff like that, but I think this is mostly going to be a red deck. So yeah, let's go with let's call red. GLHF. Let's call red here. There's a pretty good chance this could be yellow, but I'm going to call red. Because Rally A Tech Team. It was easy pickings. Unfortunate. But hey, I still got rid of an easy pickings, and there's a tech team. So I still got rid of an easy picking, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's roll out Ayla, sure. 2 indirect is alright, I guess. Not really. He's got a lot of health on his characters, 11 plus 10 plus 7. That's a lot of health. I'll be taking every resource I can, pretty much, and going for the economy. No. No. No, not dealing with a double special. Not dealing with a double special, Hera. You probably don't have 2 vehicles in your hand anyway, but still. Don't have any way of dealing with that U-Wing, so that's very scary having a U-Wing like that at the start. Well, I can at least go for the Ancient Lightsaber into reroll. And blanking a resource. I mean, I'll take the resource, as I've said. Got a discard on this Jar Jar, which is somewhat interesting. If he rolls in some resources, I might have to resolve that. I'm looking, hopefully, though, to just reroll this Ancient Lightsaber into some damage. Reroll the Jar Jar maybe into some resource. A Disrupt as well on Jar Jar is fine here. Disrupt, discard, or resource is fine, so, 50% chance to not mess my situation over is pretty good here. If I take the resource, though, I could always concentrate, but that's not worth it. Let's just reroll these 3. Alright, well, I got the +3 on the Ancient Lightsaber, I got the Disrupt there, that's good with me. Gonna be able to do 6 damage right off the bat, which is pretty insane. He didn't remove it. He didn't remove it, so what are we thinking? I can do 6, disrupt, take the resource, claim. But he starts to activate Ewing and all that sort of stuff first. Let's disrupt at any rate. If I roll out the 1 or the +2 on the ray, I can just kill an Ezra immediately, which is pretty damn good. This guy in the planned explosion. Fair enough. I'm surprised he's got that in his deck, but he must have some really high numbers. Maybe Pirate Speeder Tank. Resistance Bombers can get 6 of that explosion off on their own. Okay, so he's got a resource there, which he'll be able to get back. He's not doing much damage to me yet, and he seems to have forgot so far at least that the Ewing exists, so I will take that. Who do I want to attack? Rose provides a lot of resources, but Hera can always get that special, and she's got those focuses. Both are very scary characters in their own right. Hard decision. I think because my deck just lacks removal, going for the Hera first is the better option. I would like to get rid of Ezra for the easy picking stuff, but he's already discarded one of it, so that's fine by me. So let's just go for the 6 right there, and be perfectly happy with that. That's a lot of damage dealt at the start. She had a shield on her, so. Alright, do I want to discard this Force Illusion? For a reroll on the Jar Jar, it's my only Force Illusion. I don't think I want to. He takes the resource. If I take the resource, he just disrupts, though. Let's see if he does. Oh, it's looking like he's not. Oh, he has a HWK for 2. Okay. Well, that's why you kill Rose, so that you can't get that to go off, but. Because this is a lot of damage that could be thrown at me, but he doesn't have any resources yet, at least. He's probably going to discard the last card, reroll Rose, and get that all going. Playing the Force Illusion might not be the worst decision in that case because of that, but I think I'm going to replace... Well, I was thinking I replace the Ancient with the Raise Lightsaber, then claim, put the Ancient Lightsaber on top. And that just makes a lot of sense to me. So override the Ancient with the Raise to get 2 shields, and then claim to put the Ancient back on top. And now let's see how much damage is going to get dealt. Double focus, oh god. That's like one of the weaker sides, but you can do that with Rose, get 2 resources, remove the 2 damage on the modified HWK. That can be pretty ridiculous. Or he can decide to roll out the HWK right now, and then he can use the focus size, but he's taking the damage for it, and I am way happier with him doing that than with him just getting the resources from Rose. And it rolls a blank as well. But I mean, then again, he did have 3 sides that were blanks. That is no longer going to be blanks because of the focus. I can't imagine him not focusing for the Rose special there. He's going to be able to do probably 5 indirect, I want to say here. Probably going to want to do 5 indirect. He's re-rolling. Okay, he does not want this focus. He doesn't want the 2 indirect. That 2 indirect is really good on Rose. And he rolls the exact same 2 indirect anyway. The only difference is that, well, the Y-Wing's better. 2 indirect? Yeah, sure. Boop, boop. He's taking shields or doing damage? He's doing damage. Alright. 6 damage. It's a lot of damage. And who's he putting the 2 on? The Ayla's definitely the better option, but he might not realize that. Okay, he realizes that. Abort, he realizes. Alright. He does in fact pull the Ewing back to his hand, I was just making sure of that. Get your resources, draw 4, and one of them's the Ancient Lightsaber. Hey, friends in low places, double quick draw. Okay, quick draw can be interesting. Cannot use it with the Force Illusion, unfortunately. But I can look at his hand immediately, see what's going to be happening. Okay, another modified HWK and a C-3PO, an airspeeder, a pirate speeder tank, and a U-wing. Oh god. Oh. Oh god. That could be brutal. On the bright side, I know he has no removal. Roll an Ayla. Special and a 1 melee. Hey, I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that. I mean, he can still get a special off with the Hera. I would have to roll Jar Jar in for that. Alright, he's going to roll in my Jar Jar now because, you know, he realizes he can. I don't have removal either right now. Oh, I did just roll 2 indirect damage, which isn't horrifyingly awful, but definitely could be better. 2 resources on the Ayla, not the best, and he just got a special on that Hera, and there is nothing I can do about that. I do not have any removal. That sucks. Let's just play the Ancient for 2 and roll out Rey, I guess. Blanks, 3 for a resource. Well, I can at least resolve that. Getting the U-wing out again, because of course he is. I kind of would prefer any other one of his sides to the indirect side here, but it is 2 indirect. Except blanks, of course. I would not prefer the blanks. Problem is, though, I know if I roll Disrupt, he can just play the modified HWK. Maybe I don't want to reroll that. I'm gonna go ahead and just reroll these 3 then. Try and get that 3 melee. I need to do as much damage as possible. I don't, but I do get another resource. So I have at this point another 6 damage. Hera's looking like she will die this turn. And then I won't have to deal with that rubbish ever again. Playing the airspeeder does not want to put out the second modified whilst Rose and stuff. That makes sense. Honestly, I could try and kill off the Rose even. If he puts both... I'll resolve the 2 indirect. If he puts both of these into Rose, then I will go and try and kill Rose. I only need the 1 more damage. Maybe. I would only need the 1 more damage, and that would ensure that that modified HWK is doing 2 damage to my opponent all the time. So let's resolve the 2 Jar Jar indirect. Let's see if he puts it both into Rose. Okay, if it does put the second one into Rose, I'll discard this quick draw, try and go for this Ancient Lightsaber. Rather than go for the Force Illusion, try and kill off this Rose before she can fix this modified HWK up. She did actually get to fix this modified HWK, and that is a Disrupt, which would stop my play completely because she can Disrupt me for the 3 for 2. So yeah, since that would disrupt my play completely, I am just going to accept the resources here. Of course, he resolves the Hera resource, otherwise Hera just dies for nothing. But if he really wants to resolve Rose Die instead, I will stop him taking that resource. Yeah, remove all those, of course. Alright. Then I will in fact do the 6 into Hera to kill her. Which does remove that resource. Which is definitely worth it for me. And I do still keep the resource for the Force Illusion. Which is going to be probably very important here. As I'm going to play it on this Ayla. For the 1. And then I can always claim afterwards and put the Force Illusion back on top of my deck. Because of the Salvage Yard, I can... Starship Graveyard, I can actually afford to do that. Alright, he's just rolling blanks right now. I'm just going to start passing. More passing. That's the other thing. If he actually manages to roll out like the range side on that modified HWK, raising a good chance of dying, so I would need to resolve the use up the ancient lightsabers to stop her from being one shot, which would suck. Honestly, losing ancient lightsaber is quite a big deal. Okay, that's indirect. That's another special there. Which does fix up the modified HWK completely. And he's looking at 7 damage here, which is quite high. If he uses the 3 indirect, I think I might just pop the Force Illusion rather than play it on Akbar, on Jar Jar. Because I do still have both these easy pickings in my deck. And the other friends in low places. Tries he doesn't play out the C-3PO though. He could totally do that. See if it gets him a focus to put that D47 into the 2 ranged. If I put 2 onto Jar Jar, he dies. For 1 Jar Jar, he dies. I'm gonna Force Illusion it. Okay, I lose both Force speeds and a Concentrate. That kinda sucks. But I'm then gonna claim, put Force Illusion back on top of the deck. Could have put Force Speed on top of the deck. But I'd rather have the Force Illusion on top of the deck. It's my only Force Illusion. Six damage does still kill Ayla if he wants to try for that 2. Try for that 2 on the T47. He has a 33% chance to kill the Ayla off. And that would put him in a much better position than he's in right now. Because right now, I'm looking pretty strong, but once he resolves this dice, I won't be looking pretty strong. Right now, he's got 5-7 health, right? Can get rid of that in 2 more turns, so I've just got to survive the vehicle onslaught. That U-Wing, though, remember, that U-Wing is not paid for. That does return to his hand. He will be able to pay for it next turn, but then he's not playing another vehicle, probably, hopefully. Okay, so he is playing the other modified here. He's going to go all out on the damage, which makes sense. He's going to really try and kill off this Ayla, but he's going to take some damage doing so. So let's roll those dice. He's got a pretty good chance of rolling something good here, but I guess he's decided that there's no way, if this rolls damage, there's no way I can kill him in the next turn, and so he's safe from that. And it did roll the 3 ranged. That's 7. That is enough to kill Ayla. Not enough to kill Rey. which is a big deal. Killing Ray before Ancient Lightsaber can do its thing is huge. But killing Ayla is huge on its own. It really reduces my damage output significantly. He's actually going to play the C-3PO for the final resource. And he's going to roll it out just because he can. Because worst comes to worst, he's decided he can use that shield as another resource. Unless he's trying to use one of these threes as a resource, which is entirely possible. Then it doesn't kill Ayla, and so I think that's dumb. He could use that one range damage as a resource, even if he feels like he wants to use the shield. But he's not. He's going to use the shield as the resource, and then he doesn't really lose anything from using C-3PO that way. Makes total sense. But if he wants to stick this all into Rey, I'm perfectly happy with that. I'm really happy if he sticks it all into Rey. I'll keep the quick draw even if he sticks it all into Rey. He does. Oh my god. If he's sticking all that into Rey, he's sticking all that into Rey. Ooh. Ooh, do we let him switch targets? Ooh, that's a question. Hmm. I'm generous. I'll let you. But I'm making it so that he's well aware that that's quite improper, but I'm willing to let him. That way I've got the social advantage of he doesn't want to change his mind potentially because he wants to avoid feeling shit about himself for making the change. But at the same time, I'm still offering the change, so it looks like I'm the good guy when I'm actually an asshole. And that's how people like me get their way. Oh god. I am the worst. Unfortunately, I didn't draw a weapon for quick draw this time, which kind of sucks. And by kind of, I mean heavily sucks. But I have drawn at least 2 pieces of removal, along with this Force Illusion. So I can roll out Rey, try and use this ancient lightsaber before I have to remove it. Don't get to, but I do have the 3 for 1, which I can throw onto either Rey or into Rose or Ezra. Preferably into Rose, but it's probably going to have to be spent on Ezra. Scruffy looking lit, okay. That okay. That's what that card does. Wrong card. Oh, well played. Of course, I don't want to activate Ayla because of Rey's lightsaber moving over, potentially. So instead, I'm probably just going to discard this quick draw and reroll these 2 dice, see if I actually get melee. That's the 1 melee, that's a resource. Alright. Fortunately, the resource isn't too great this turn. Could have Rey punch herself in the face for 1 to kill her off to move over the lightsaber, but I don't think that's ever really a good play. The 2 indirect comes out. Okay. If he has something like targeting indicator, that'd be really annoying, but I don't think he does. Yeah. Kind of an awkward situation where either I discard to reroll just this Ancient Lightsaber, or I actually make some plays by re-rolling Ayla. Uh... Alright. I think here's what I offer. Well, if I offer him the pass, he just does the 2 indirect damage. That's all that happens. That's kind of worthless to me. Um, I think I just do the 1 melee. I think I just toss the 1 melee into Rose. Alright, he wants to get that Rose die going. So let's overconfidence here. Let's pay the 1. Let's do that one and the 2. There's a good chance the C-3PO actually lives here, but I'd like to get this off the board. Anyway, damn it. I was unable to get it off the board. He's going to be able to get his special off, but I really wanted to get it off the board for the to prevent, like, I don't know, modified HWK million focus combo or something. He gets only a resource off of it. Sure, I'll take the resource on Rey, and then he's got to decide if he wants to resolve this, use the C-3PO to resolve range damage to kill Rey, which I am perfectly okay with if he does. Because in my perspective, that is a waste of C-3PO when that could have been used as a focus potential to try and kill me off this turn. I'm perfectly okay with this happening, is what I'm trying to say. As you are probably aware of me saying this. It especially allows me to move over my raised lightsaber when I normally think things would get really awkward for me. And oh, there's some damage. Can't kill Rose with this damage, but I can do some pretty good damage here. Okay. He's going to remove both of those dice into the garbage chute. That kind of sucks for me. By kind of, I mean heavily sucks for me. But I can probably just play this Force Illusion for 1 and not have to worry about that play decision. I have a Jar Jar to activate. The question is when. He probably should be activating Jar Jar for me, let's be honest here, because I can fuck up his plays still. But he does have rerolls. Okay, he's realized he needs to activate Jar Jar. 2 discard sides. Alright. And a blank. And then he gets the double special. That allows him to draw 2 new cards even if I discard him, which sucks. He only has the 2 good die here with the modified HWK and the airspeeder. But with the tech team, he will be able to get out a second airspeeder if he draws into it. I still think discarding the secret mission for a reroll here, try and get some damage off, is the better decision. I did roll in the two melee. That's pretty good. The shield. Okay, well, he's got indirect damage, so I can soak it no matter who I put that shield on. I should have just killed off that Ezra when I had the chance. I didn't have the chance. What am I talking about? But I would have liked to have killed off the Ezra anyway. He's only done 1 into the garbage chute. He might have a second, and if he does, that would be very upsetting for me with the Ezra stuff. So I kind of want to just kill off the Ezra, but at the same time, Rose is clearly the target to be shooting for right now. Let's just shoot. Let's just shoot Rose. Let's just shoot Rose with the 2. Problem is, if I put 2 into him, my Ayla kind of just does a 2 melee, so it makes it a lot less likely. This way, if he puts the 3rd point into the Rose, then Rose goes to 3 health and becomes targetable. Okay, so now this way, a 2 melee does kill off the Ezra. Arguably, I should have actually just resolved like the shield side first, and then I wouldn't have had to deal with that, because if he puts it onto the Ezra, I could have killed him, and he would have been forced to put on Rose, and that would put Rose to just 3 health. That would have been the better decision. 3 ranged for a resource. I am gonna probably hit a motive that. I'm gonna say ranged, and we'll see what happens. Lands on the resource. Okay, so he gets to keep that die. He's taking the resource, so he can get another vehicle out here. So this next round is basically do or die in terms of damage. So let's do the discard here. Try and get rid of the card in his hand that he's going to want to play. Fangfighter, that might have been the card he wanted to play. Could also be a Y-Wing. If that is a Y-Wing, fuck. Okay, he can also just take that to draw 2 more cards to try and draw into the Y-Wing. Okay, so he claims. He probably wants to put something on top of his deck. Pirate Speeder Tank, maybe? I think he still has the U-Wing in hand, so he doesn't want to do that. Well, he can afford to play, because he can afford to play the U-Wing with the tech team no matter what, so he would rather draw into removal than put another vehicle on top of his deck. Okay, so he's not taking anything. Alright. I'll put the shield onto the Ayla, and I will take 2 resources and draw. Alright, Friends in Low Places double clash, so if I get rid of his... If he only has 1 removal in hand, then with my double clashes, I can maybe go for this kill. I can do up to 7, and he does have 7 hit points. Exactly. I'm, of course, not assuming Jar Jar rolls indirect, which could very well be the case. But I've got to hope he's running very low on removal here. And that I just kill him before he kills me. So let's Friends in Low Places. Alright, well I hit the scruffy looking Nerf order. He has no removal, so these clashes will be very effective. Kind of want to hit a motive that already. It's not worth it. Let's roll in Ayla. Let's see if I can resolve a cheeky 2. Can't, unfortunately. Well, okay, 2 indirect is still 2. But then I might overkill the Ezra, and that would mean I don't win the game. If he takes 2 shields, though, then he survives for the next round. And that's really good for him. So probably should have actually tried to remove that instead of letting him take the shields. Okay, he's going for the damage anyway. Yeah, I don't want those. Let's roll in Jar Jar, and then he can't ruin my plays. Okay, I rolled the 1 indirect. That's pretty good. Special. Okay, so with this, I can go into 3. I can go into 6, and he has 7 hit points. So that's not good enough, obviously. Double special. But yeah, I think I just double clash and go for the win here. Yeah. The only way he stops me is if he rolls a disrupt at some point. Or rolls in the C-3PO or something like that. If I put this to the 2 melee first, kill off Ezra, then he's got a lot less chance of rolling in that disrupt or whatever. Arguably. I need to get rid of the C-3PO no matter what. If I put the raised lightsaber to the 3 melee, I have to stick it into Rose. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be. Stick the 3 into Rose, that puts her to 8, and then... Oh, then I just resolve the indirect and kill. Have I been doing the maths wrong, or... Oh, the Jar Jar +1. Okay. So let's clash. Let's pay 1. Let's put this to the 3 for 1. Have I just been doing my maths wrong? Yeah, I'm gonna kill him with 6 damage on the board, and I've been saying he's had 7 hit points this whole time. Yeah, no, he's got 6, not 7. Whoops. That makes things way easier for me. So I could have used the Ayla special even. These clashes. That Friends in Low Places is giving me the confidence to actually make this play. Very nice. I'm definitely liking this Friends in Low Places over the Running Interference. Because of this mixed damage. He can't stop me. Unless he rolls the damage needed to kill off the Jar Jar here. Because I have to resolve one indirect. Well, no, if I resolve the indirect, he can put the Ezra to 1 hit point. So I can't resolve both indirects, but if I resolve just the Ayla indirect, I'm fine. And of course, I still have this other clash in my hand. So he needed to have got that C-3PO out earlier in order to resolve as shields. That U-Wing not resolving his shields has killed him. But if the U-Wing had resolved shields, I would have been in a world of hurt. Alright. I really like how this match turned out, because I won it. And C-3PO rolled the resource, so that's fine. So yeah, let's do the 3 to the Rose. And then he's only got 3 hit points left, which indirect kills. So let's do 3 to the Rose. And then he loses, because he has nothing he can do. I probably would have been able to survive this with the Force Illusion, but this would have been very awkward. I would definitely have to put the Force Illusion back on top of my deck. Recycling Force Illusion is really good. Didn't get either of my Vibra Knives or my Cutraxes or Close Quarters Assaults. In fact, didn't get any of my really amazing cards here, but I drew what I needed to at the right moments for the end there, and I'm really happy with that. Didn't I claim last turn? Couldn't I have put Ancient on the top of my deck? Why didn't I put Ancient on top of my deck the turn ago? Or was it Force Illusion that I had to put back on top? No, I played the Force Illusion. I should have just put the Ancient on top of my deck, shouldn't I? That would have made a lot of sense. Whoops, a daisy. I guess I really wanted to go into any of the other weapons I had. GG, well played. Very fun game. Alright, well then, that's game 3 of TTS League Season 5. Thank you for watching. This has been me, Gameslay99, aka No Brainer, signing off.